me introduce myself. Okay, my name is Miguel Cervantes. I have been an English teacher for the last 25 years. I have worked for several academies, institutions, and schools. And right now I am the owner and the founder of the Umbrella Academy. I live in Hidalgo. I'm married. I don't have any kids. How about you? Can you please introduce yourself, please?
Okay, I'm Juan Francisco. I'm from Sinaloa. Um, I work as a teacher for about 20 years at university here in Sinaloa.
Okay.
I have experience developing software as a freelancer too, from Chrysler, Mexico, and my last developing was detox clinic here in Sinaloa.
All right. All right. So I have here Abraham Varela. Why is Abraham Varela here?
I don't know.
Okay. No, I think Abraham, I won't let him in. Okay. Okay, Juan. So okay. So tell me, Juan. So you're living in Sinaloa, right?
Sorry, could I close this window?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay. So you live in Sinaloa right now?
Yeah, specifically in Guasave, Sinaloa.
All right. All right. All right. Tell me, what is Guasave, Sinaloa like?
Guasave, Sinaloa have a good beach. Las Glorias, Sinaloa Beach. It's a big space for people who came from the United States. Um, and here, especially in vacations.
All right.
Um,
All right.
it's not like Mazatlan, but we have here a good beach to take a vacation to.
Okay. And so tell me, what's the weather like right now?
Mm, excuse me, could you repeat the answer?
Yes.
The question, please.
What is the weather there right now?
Okay. Um, 2 hours ago, we have a big rain here. Um, a lot of rain.
All right.
We need more infrastructure to when we have a lot of water from rain, we flood in the streets, and
All
we have
right.
this problem here.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. Juan, please tell me about your family. What can you tell me about your family?
Well, I have I'm divorced. I have two children. The one she study medicine. She's in Mexico City. She's studying the specialty in intern medical, is medicine internal medicine, something like that.
Okay.
And Paco, my other son, he is an mechanic engineer. Um, and Carolina, she study software engineer right now. He study the second grade.
Okay. But where is she studying?
Here in Sinaloa, in the university, Western University.
Okay. 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 So please tell me, please, what do you do every day? What is a typical day for you? Juan?
Well, um, always I wake up at 5 o'clock, and I have a routine: walking, running, and cycling. One day walking, and the other day running, and the next day I cycling. As a matter of fact, I belong a cycling club, and on weekends we go to to cycling. One time 50 kilometers, and other time 60 kilometers. Um, I really enjoy to cycling.
Ah, okay, so you like to do sports.
Yeah.
All right. Juan, and speaking about the sports, do you follow a special diet?
Uh, mm, Not really, but I I I always try to eat protein, um, a lot of protein, because my requirement for the exercise that I do daily is really important for my
Well,
health.
all right, all right, all right. Juan, tell me, do you live in a house or in an apartment?
I have a house. Um, this house, your house,
Thank you.
uh, I built when I developed a system from Pan American Service,
All right,
and they pay me a lot of money, and I have the opportunity, the chance to build a big house,
all
four
right,
rooms, two bedrooms. Um, I bought two cars, new cars.
all right, all
It's
right.
good to work as a programmer.
But- okay, okay. Tell me, do you have any close friends?
Well, um, at work, I have friends, but not too close, really, because I don't like to drink, and more of them like to go weekends to drink.
All right,
Uh, but my friends who that I have in the cycling club, um, they are really different, because we join us the bicycles. Um, this is the only reason,
all right,
and do exercise.
all right, all right. Very good. So your friends, your close friends, are also cyclists like you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I could
okay.
say that.
Tell me, please, what did you do last weekend?
Last weekend, um, I prepare a class, because I teaching 1 hour at university, and I prepare a class. Um, I teach C sharp. It's a language, programmer language.
All
Mm,
right.
and I always like to prepare my classes. Although I have a lot of experience teaching, I always prepare the classes. It's common in on me.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, Francisco. And Francisco, in your experience, what is the easiest language to learn as a programmer? C Sharp or .NET or Ruby or I don't know. In your opinion, what is the fastest language to learn or the easiest language to learn?
Well, during 4 years, I work with Python. I think Python is a good language for machine learning. Um, C Sharp is a good language supported by Microsoft. Um, this is the reason a lot of companies are using right now. But Python, and PHP, and Java are good languages too. Java, because most of the application that Android operating system we use smartphone, um, most of the application are developed in this language.
Ah, okay, okay, very good. Okay, okay. And tell me, Francisco, do you like teaching?
Yeah, I really love teaching.
Okay. 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 Francisco, please tell me about something you did with your sons or with your friends lately. Number one, obviously, is cycling. Okay.
Uh-huh.
What else, Francisco?
Um, my son is study mechanic engineer in Culiacán, Sinaloa.
Okay.
Um, my Dulce Maria live in Mexico City. Um, I only have contact with her by call phone.
Good.
And Carolina is living with me. Um, um, but she is we don't have a lot of contacts, so only we go to dinner or something like that.
Okay. 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 Well, please think, Francisco, please think about a person who has been influential in your life. Okay. Tell me who was he or who was she?
Okay. Mm, I Bill Gates. Um,
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates,
Why? Why Bill Gates?
because I know the the history of how he built Windows. When I started studying computer system, mm, he built or he developed the operating system Windows. Um, so it's good opportunity to use this operating system. And the language BASIC was my first language that I learned. Um, um, Bill Gates have a big foundation to help people. This is a good point. Um, I would like to be like him when I will reach to.
Okay. Let's go and tell me, in your opinion, so which one is the best operating system? Windows, Linux, Mac, I don't know,
Mm,
networking,
I think I worked when I worked in Pan American Service with Unix. I don't know if you know about this operating system.
Unix.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Unix could be the father of Linux or Windows and Mac OS, um, because the kernel is the principal um, basis from the other operating system.
All right. Correct.
But Windows is better for people who doesn't know nothing about software. And some distribution of Linux, like Ubuntu, are good for some companies. But um, if you want to have a better performance, you need to pay for operating system using Linux, like Red Hat, for example.
Okay.
When I studied my doctorate in Politécnico Nacional, I worked with Linux Debian distribution. I don't know if you know that.
No.
No.
Okay. 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 Francisco, and tell me, so you studied a doctorate at Polytechnico, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What was the doctorate name? Your doctorate in,
In
for
science,
me, in okay,
doctorate in science.
in science or no, computer science?
Um, it's not the name in the computer system. something like that. It's in a landscape conservation. It's a it's a doctorate in science in landscape conservation. It's a doctorate focus on um, problems in the environment.
Ah, interesting. Oh, really?
Uh-huh. I built an app in Java using Android to detect illness in plants, specifically
Ah,
in tomato,
oh, interesting.
in leaf of tomatoes.
And does the app work now? Is the app working now?
No, uh, only for Android. This was your question.
Yes, exactly.
Uh-huh. Because when I started the project, um, mm, multi-platforms languages, they are starting at this time. So we choose Java to develop a language in Android because most of people are using here uh, Android in the smartphones. This was the reason.
Ah, okay. Interesting, interesting. Okay. And how long was your doctorate?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. And when did you study it? In what year did you study doctorate?
I didn't listen you.
Yes. In what year did you finish your doctorate?
Okay. Um, Last year,
Ah,
2021.
okay. So you were living in Mexico City, or you were commuting from Mexico City
I
to Sinaloa?
Yeah, because of the pandemic was the problem. So I returned to Sinaloa. Mm, but I study in Politécnico in Mexico City.
Very good. Okay. Francesco, and what do you prefer, to live in Sinaloa or to live in Mexico City?
Mm, if this question I do my um daughter Dulce Maria, she she always told me um, Mexico City because
Mexico City. Really?
uh-huh,
Yes.
yeah, but I prefer to live in Sinaloa instead to live in Mexico City
Why, Francesco?
because of pollution and a lot of people and a lot of clothes to live there.
Okay.
It's not
It's
easy,
okay.
not easy.
It's okay. That's to Mexico City is a really crazy city. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Francesco, please tell me about something you are good at.
Um, the last word I didn't listen to you very well.
Yes. Please tell me about something you are good at. For example, you are good at cycling. Okay.
Okay, 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 okay.
You are good at writing code. What else?
Yeah. Um, I good teaching too.
Okay. I am good at teaching. Okay. Okay. Well, Francesco, tell me about any other skill you have, any other ability you have.
Mm, well, I'm proactive. Um, I'm a good friends. Um, um, I like to teamwork. Mm, um, I have a lot of responsibility in my jobs, so I can maintain my focus is good because if you don't have trouble with your uh, partner or your coworkers, so you can go to work and enjoy the what you do.
Fresco, please. I have never been to Sinaloa, okay? I have never been to Culiacan.
No?
The question is, can you tell me about a landmark in Culiacan?
Mm, the landmark. Mhm.
In Culiacan, for example, remember, a landmark is a place that is very famous in Culiacan, or a restaurant, or maybe a historical site in Culiacan.
Tierra Blanca, because the people who work in um, narcotic distribution. El Chapo Guzmán, for example, the
All right.
sons of the Chapo Guzmán sons. But Sinaloa, Culiacan specifically have good places to go out, dinner or lunch or
For example, can you recommend a place to me?
mm, um, Thai Pack, for example, is a China's. It's really good food. Thai
Okay.
Pack, for example. Um, Seafood, we have here Arcos, Los Arcos. This is the name of the restaurant. It's famous here because a lot of presidents of Mexico came at this restaurant.
Orlean?
And if you go there, you can watch photos about presidents with the owner of this restaurant.
Wow.
And they have a good chefs and um, and the different dishes.
Good. Good. Fresco, imagine, Fresco, that you won the lottery, okay? Imagine,
Mm.
Fresco, that you won 25 million pesos. What will you do with the money and why?
Mm, I don't know. I never I never think that because but if I won the lottery, mm, I I would like to buy a better car, for example, and um, buy a house near to the beach. Mm, we have here Surutato, Sinaloa. It's a good place.
Sorutato?
Surutato. It's a
Sorutato.
good place to go to camping. It's on the mountain.
All right.
It's really beautiful. For example, if we have 45 grades centígrados in Culiacan, for example,
Yes.
in 2 hours from Culiacan, Surutato have 15 or 10 grades.
Oh,
So
so it's like
wonderful.
cold?
Really, really. In this
Wow.
time on August.
All right. Okay, Fresco. Okay. Question, Fresco. With that money, with those millions of pesos, will you stay in Culiacan or will you live in another country?
Mm, I would like to travel to Europe and Asia, for example, China, Japan, Korea, India too. I think it's are wonderful places to visit there. Mm, um, Only I will try to help my brother and sisters too. Why not?
Very good. Okay. Francisco, important question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Mm, well, I would like um, to have this work um, and have a news experience here. and to grow in the company. I know they develop software from big companies around the world, so it's really interesting for me. So I would like to belong at this company
All right.
and continue.
All right. Francisco, next question. Are you concerned about something right now?
Mm,
For example, many people are concerned about climate change. Many people in Mexico, Mexican people are concerned about the crisis, about the inflation in Mexico.
mhm.
Many people are concerned about the insecurity in Mexico. What about you, Francisco? Are you concerned about something?
Well, I consider when my son have a problem, for example, I always try to be near of them. Um, if I can see personally, I try to daily call him by phone. But during the time, we always have those kind of problem. But right now, we can we can see the climate change, the insecurity, because it's obviously we we have the chance to move and we have to communicate more more fast, so we know more things in a minute. And, and this is caused the concerns because if we don't know nothing, we don't have concerns about nothing of that,
Exactly.
I think.
Francisco, tell me, what is your opinion, Francisco, of technology? Technology
Mm,
is good, technology is bad. What do you think of technology?
Technology is good for people. And unfortunately, people use in a bad thing technology. For example, drones um, are a good mechanic device, but if you are using for war, this device is bad for people. But for example, machine learning, I study 4 years machine learning, and in the next decade, we have a lot of advances in automation in this area. In Internet of Things, I don't know if you
Ah,
listened before,
yes. Internet of Things, yes.
um, refrigerator, television, cars, autonomous car, um, in internet, we have um, more fast internet. For example, Starlink is a company for Elon Musk, and we can use internet in the middle of the sea, in the desert, and mountain. Is a good news for everybody. So we can stay communicate with wherever we are.
And Francisco, how will you define machine learning? What is machine learning?
Machine learning is a part of um, artificial intelligence. Um, artificial intelligence have a lot of branches, and artificial vision use machine learning to detect um, patterns on pictures.
Ah, okay.
Okay, we have different pictures For example, I work with RGB, RGB, to detect problems on leaf tomato plants. For
Okay.
example, it's an example. Tesla, for example, use use sensors to detect persons, counts, signals on the road. For example, to stop the car when something cross in front of the car, for example.
Ok. That is machine learning.
Machine learning, this.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And Francisco, speaking of that, Alexa, is Alexa an example of machine learning?
Yes, of course.
Ah,
Machine learning is different from the normal program that we teach in university. Is different because in machine learning, the computer take a decision for its own.
okay. Interesting. Very good. Okay, Francisco, I'm going to start the recording, okay?
Okay.